but I've been in touch with him, and he has such a great involvement in the community, not only his own community, but also people of color and the tech industry. And I'm going to bring out Osita shortly, but make sure that you give Osita a very warm welcome in the comments as well. He's spending taking time out of his busy schedule to spend time with us. So Osita Nwajiufor is an experienced technology delivery executive and strategic leader with more than 20 years in the IT space. He has held a variety of progressive roles within various sectors, including banking, technology services, management consulting, mining, and oil and gas. Osita is passionate about seeing immigrants of color accelerate, grow, advance their career, and earn the salaries they deserve. He has spearheaded the fight against unemployment and underemployment of Black professionals through these thriving organizations, which he founded: Nigerian IT Professionals in Canada, also known as NIPCA, fantastic organization, BlackTECH Hub, and Expert Edge Group. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in computer science with an MBA specializing in general management and over 20 tech certifications. He's an alumnus of the University of Toronto, Rotman School of Management, and the Schulich School of Business. So, folks, without further ado, join me in giving a very warm welcome to Osita. Osita, thank you so much for joining us today, and it's such an amazing pleasure to have you with me today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dean. Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here today. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely, and thank you so much. Just to give a heads up to everyone tuning in, if you have questions for Osita regarding today's topic, feel free to start putting in the comments. But I would also recommend, I'm going to be starting off with some of my questions. Maybe wait until I finish asking my questions, and if your questions still aren't answered, definitely let's start putting those in the comments at that point. And at the end, I'm going to get to all of your questions from those of you in the comments. So Osita, let's get right into today's topic, and we're going to be speaking about obviously reskilling and upskilling in the tech industry. But just to set the foundation for the viewers who might be unfamiliar with what these terms mean, what do we mean by reskilling and upskilling?
Yeah, thank you so much, Dean. And also, our viewers, thanks everyone for joining in. It's going to be an exciting conversation today, no doubt. And again, when we look at the topic, upskilling and reskilling, just as the name entails, there are terms that can be used. Most times we use them interchangeably, but there are actually, difference between the terms when you talk about reskilling and you talk about upskilling. So, for example, when you talk about reskilling, it simply has to do with a professional that is trying to move from one domain to another domain. Say, for example, a marketing professional now wants to learn coding, right? Or a healthcare professional now wants to become a business analyst. There are tons of additional capabilities that individual needs to build. So we say you are reskilling because you have been skilled in a particular area before. Now you are trying to move into another area. So you are reskilling. You need to acquire additional capabilities that are required in that particular new environment. So that's the reskilling. But when we say upskilling, up, it simply means you are within a particular domain, but you are trying to add additional skill sets in addition to what you already know. For example, we have a professional that is a business analyst, but today we are talking about agile methodologies. So it makes sense for a business analyst to acquire agile methodology or Scrum Master as an additional skill set. In that case, you are upskilling. You are trying to add additional skill sets to make you more marketable. And of course, when you are more marketable, you're able to earn more.
Fantastic explanations there. So obviously, I mean, from what you're saying, Osita, this is a very practical thing. Like you can't just magically fall into the role that you want. You can't just magically transition into the tech industry. You have to have the right and accommodating skills and all that knowledge. So that's such a great explanation there. Now, Osita, why is it that, and I've been recruiting in tech for a number of years. You're obviously in tech yourself as a tech professional as well. Now, why is it that in the tech industry, it seems like constant training to stay updated appears to be the ongoing requirement? Like it's almost like an adapt or die philosophy in tech, right? I mean, what's up with that? Like, why is that? Is this just a money grab, or like why do people have to constantly stay upgraded and skilled up in tech?
And that's a great question, and I can tell you that that is actually what makes tech to be very interesting and
Yeah.
exciting at the same time. If you are an individual that likes creativity, innovation, changes, adaptation, new ways of doing things, then you're going to love tech.
Mhm.
That's the truth. Because in tech, it's not all about repetition, where you keep doing the same thing over and over again. No, right? The major driver why we've got all this happening is change. Change is the major driver, right? Nothing remains the same. That is the truth.
Yeah.
So in tech, companies, organizations are looking at ways to do things differently. Organizations are looking at ways to be more innovative. Organizations are looking at ways to meet customer expectations and customer needs. In order to do all this, you need to do what? Constantly innovate. Innovation brings about change. Innovation brings about new ways of doing things. Innovation brings about new ways to ensure you don't just meet, but you exceed your customers' expectation. So this is the key driver. Why in the tech ecosystem, there is need for change. Every tool that you are using today, there are engineers at the back end working on those tools to create new features, to create new capabilities. And that is why we talk about enhancements, we talk about versioning, we talk about upgrades. Every systems, you have to upgrade from time to time. Why? New features are being added. That is innovation. That is the world we're in right now. And it's going to continue like that for a very, very long time. Because without new innovations, everything becomes boring, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Very true. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Osita. I mean, tech is one of those industries where I think evolution is pretty much the theme. It's all constantly evolving, constantly improving, new technologies, new languages, new ways of doing things. And as tech professionals, I think all the tech professionals out there, you have to stay updated with all that new knowledge and those new things that are coming out. So that's a absolutely great point there. Now, speaking of, obviously people who are going to be maybe investing or looking into workshops or certifications or whatever the case is, I mean, frankly, Yosita, why should people do it? I mean, what's the competitive advantage people give themselves by investing in the right reskilling or upskilling program? I mean, can't people just Google it and learn it themselves? Or what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, great question. So for sure, I mean, one thing that is very, very obvious is the fact that if you are reskilling, it simply means that you've got some work to do,
Mhm.
because it's more like you leaving your comfort zone, right? And moving into an area where that is completely new to you.
Yeah.
And if that is going to happen, the only way to succeed in that new area is to build and acquire additional capabilities in
Mhm.
that particular space. And for you to build those additional capabilities, you need to understand the ins and outs within that area you are going into. So it is not just about Googling or watching YouTubes. Those ones are important as well. But you need much more than that, because every sector within the economy, talk about healthcare, technology, medicine, talk about manufacturing, and so on and so forth. There are peculiarities within those areas. There are ways of doing things within a particular sector. So as you try to learn the nuances within a particular sector, it's also important to also work on a project, because project gives you what we call experiential learning.
Mhm.
So when you go for an interview and a hiring manager is speaking to you, you are not going to be sounding like a professional from where you are coming from. Rather, you are now going to sound like a professional based on where you've pivoted into. So, for example, you're a marketing professional and you've moved on to become a business analyst. That is reskilling.
Yeah.
You've got into business analysis. When you acquire the right capabilities, the theories, the practical experience, and projects where you are able to work with group of people, including developers. When you do that, you then acquire the skills end to end that is expected of someone within that space. When you go for an interview, you will speak confidently. Why? You have done the theoretical, the practical, and the project-based learning within that new environment. So typically, that is what we've seen as the best way to succeed when you are looking at reskilling. Okay? And if you're looking at upskilling, sometimes it's easier because you're already within the same domain.
Yeah.
What you are simply doing is to acquire additional capabilities within that same space in order to be more. Okay?
Yeah, and I really like how you emphasize the experiential aspect, Osita, because as a tech recruiter, when I'm in my dealings with hiring managers, one common complaint I get in regards to, when I present a candidate, I'm like, okay, this person has such and such certification or designation. Sometimes the hiring managers, they just roll their eyes and they're like, Dean, I know so many people who have these certifications, they don't know what to do, they don't know how to do the work. So that practical component of being able to actually do projects, that experiential facet that you're talking about, I think it's severely underrated how important that is, because anyone can memorize a whole bunch of concepts and things, and get an A+ and 99% final mark, but to actually use it and apply it at the organization, isn't that what hiring managers really want when they hire people? Is people who can apply what they've learned. So I'm so glad you mentioned the experiential aspect, because that's something very important for people to evaluate when
Yes.
they are evaluating these workshops or trainings that they want to consider. So that's a fantastic point there. Now, Osita, what are some key skills IT professionals, or those are the people out there who are aspiring IT professionals must pay attention to? Which technology skill sets appear to be increasing in demand or need right now, in your opinion and your viewpoint?
Yeah, thank you, Dean. So one thing about tech, just like I said at the beginning, is about change. Change is the driver. Change drives everything. Right now, you talk about within the tech ecosystem. The first, when you talk about in-demand areas right now, first and foremost, you talk about AI and machine learning, right? Artificial intelligence. That is the world where we are in right now. Everyone is talking about AI, 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 AI. Look at
Yeah.
ChatGPT, right? So, artificial intelligence, software development, machine learning will always remain top, right?
Yeah.
And for you to be good at it or to pivot into that, you need to start from the foundation. And the foundation is what? Coding and programming. You can't become an AI expert without coding, right? But even if you don't want to go fully into AI, you will need to also understand how to use the AI tools,
Yeah.
because most of what we are seeing today, organizations are finding ways to embed artificial intelligence into what they do. So it means, as a tech professionals, even if you are not into the coding, the technical aspect of AI, you need to also be at the front end side of things, understanding how to use the tools to make your work, more efficient.
Mhm.
So AI, machine learning is top for sure. Then, of course, the next, you talk about cloud computing. Cloud is the future of tech. Every organization, no company right now wants to spend millions of dollars just to build a data center, buy big servers, put in all the infrastructure, connectivity, security. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Why? I can go to Amazon, go to Google, and utilize a space in their data center, which is what cloud computing is all about. You are simply renting spaces from these guys and paying them as you use, right? So cloud computing is the future. Many organizations are moving into that space. Another very, very big one right now as well is business analysis and project management. They have been there for quite some time and they will continue to be there. Why? There are so many projects, so many digital transformation initiatives going around in various organizations, especially due to COVID. COVID forced many organizations to what? To readapt and rethink the way of doing things. And for you to implement this project, you need a business analyst that is going to help in requirement gathering, elicitation, understanding the scope and the need of the business. Putting all this together and working collaboratively with the rest of the team to deliver. Project managers have to what? Oversee the entire project and ensure things are delivered according to plan. So that is also in top demand. Another area is cybersecurity.
Oh, yeah.
Cybersecurity is a big one. So many organizations even move to the cloud without thinking about their digital assets. Oh, what is going to happen to my data in the cloud? It was after they moved to the cloud, they began to now think about it. So right now, there is tons of data breaches and so many security incidents that many organizations are having. Some are being reported, some are not even being reported, and stuff like that. So organizations are realizing the need to ensure they are able to secure their digital assets. Then we have data. There is this creature that said data is the new oil, right? You talk about big data, you talk about data analytics, you talk about insights. Organizations want to be able to understand what is happening around us, internally and externally. Are we making profit? Are we making losses? What are our competitors doing? All this, for you to achieve this, you need data, right? Extract insights from data and help organizations to make meaningful and informed decisions. So there are so many that I'm going to also talk about, but these ones that I've talked about right now, spot on. You cannot go wrong with any of these ones. These are very, very in top demand today.
Yeah, I mean the opportunities are seemingly endless in tech, and something I like to say is, when you're looking at all these problems that businesses are experiencing in tech, I mean those are opportunities for potentially for those of you out there who are in tech or looking to get into tech, because they need people, right? It's not everything is going to solve itself by itself. Like they need people who have the skills and the knowledge. So now speaking of that, Osita, I mean, when people are considering a reskilling or upskilling program, I mean, how does one evaluate whether it's a good choice for themselves? Because the best and worst thing about the internet and technology and the internet age that we're in is you can find anything you were looking for, including bad workshops, bad advice, bad content out there. So how do people evaluate, and can you describe also a few key features a good program should have in terms of reskilling and upskilling?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's a great question. So, Black Tech, for instance, why we started was because of the challenges that so many of our members have had in the past. As the founder of NIPCA, Nigerian IT Professionals in Canada, we have thousands of members within our ecosystem. And many will go out there for trainings. By the time they finish training, they come back to the community and they're asking for support.
Mhm.
And you're wondering, what's going on? But you've been trained. What is going on? So when you now have one-on-one conversation, you will realize that there are so many trainings out there that are not rich enough. Some of the trainings are just for knowledge purposes. But what many immigrants need is not just training. What they need is ability to get jobs after the training. What use is the training when you finish and yet you don't have the confidence to go before the interviewer, or you don't have the confidence to do the job? So that was why BlackTECH started, to create practical, hands-on programs tailored to the need of immigrant professionals, especially those that are reskilling. Because if you're a marketing professional and you are moving to become a cybersecurity analyst, that is completely two different areas.
Yeah.
Can you do it? The answer is yes. But you need beyond training. You need training, practicals, project, and the support system that is able to hold your hand along the way. When we talk about support system, we talk about things like resume review. Because as a marketer, all the stuff you've got on your resume is about sales and marketing. So how do you transform yourself and tell a hiring manager that, hey, I've got the skill, I can do cybersecurity? That is where project comes in. Without a project, it's difficult to prove that.
Mhm.
If I interview you today, if you have done a practical stuff, I will know. There are questions I'm going to be asking you. Based on the way you respond, I will know if you are giving me dictionary meanings or you are actually, telling me stuff that you've done before. So for us, we have developed programs that are supporting professionals to seamlessly pivot into tech today. Over 10,000 professionals have been trained at BlackTECH. Some of the programs are paid, some are free, like SQL for tech professionals. We had over 1,000 participants in the last cohort from over 15 countries joining together to learn SQL, which is becoming in high demand within the tech ecosystem. So for us, what we have done is to develop practical project-based trainings that will help professionals so that they are able to transition seamlessly. In addition to that, one of the things that I would recommend for anyone that want to transition, just like you asked, you need to look at yourself first. Understand your capability as an individual. What are your areas of strength? Where do you have the passion? Like, what passion do you have? There are some professionals that once they speak with our career advisor, they will say, please, anything with coding, please, I don't want. Off front. Yeah, there are people like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Because come to think about it, like a mother with 4 children. If you're a mother with 4 kids, young kids, how do you want to do coding at that age?
Yeah.
It's going to be tough because coding requires tremendous amount of time. You got to sit one place, writing code, debugging. Sometimes you finish hundreds or thousands lines of code and there's an error.
Mhm.
You might spend a couple of hours looking for a single error. It's crazy. So for a mother with 4 kids, it's going to be tough. So what such person will want to do is to pivot into something like business analysis, which is not technical. Once you can communicate and you can use computer, you are good to go. What we are going to do with my team is now to teach you, train you, and expose you to practicals and projects so that you develop that additional capabilities to do the job. Okay? Yeah, thank you. I think I have over answered this question.
No, that's fantastic. I mean, my two key takeaways from what you said, Osita, is number one, you have to know what you want. You have
Yes.
only you know what you want. So I think folks out there, you have to really evaluate. Okay, what's going to work for you? Which areas in tech? Which kind of jobs? Like Osita gave a great example. Maybe as a software developer, if you have like a whole like kids to take care of and you have a very busy day, maybe that's not practical. Maybe it's not realistic. So you got to really figure that out. And the second most important thing, which you also discussed before, is the practical component. Like that is something very important to evaluate in a program to see if it's going to actually get you the results you're looking for. Because as you said, what's the point if you got this workshop, you completed the course or something, but you're still not able to get a job because the hiring managers, they don't see how you're going to apply what you have learned, and if you don't have that practical knowledge, that's going to be an issue. So great advice there, Osita. And for those of you watching, I guess now would be a good point for reminding you to put any questions, additional questions you might have for Osita in the comments. And I'll get to those shortly as we wrap up the questions at my end. Now, Osita, can you tell the viewers more about BlackTECH Hub and how you help the community?
Yeah, so Thank you, Dean. And to all our viewers, Black Tech is an ecosystem. It's a tech ecosystem. So when I say ecosystem, it's not just a training outfit. We do much more beyond training. Today, we are the leading tech ecosystem in Canada, focused on supporting immigrant professionals to reskill and upskill in order to earn the salaries they deserve. So many immigrant professionals are underemployed. So many. If you should be earning $150,000 and you are earning 50K, 60, 70, 80, that is underemployment.
Yeah.
You know, most of the time we talk about statistics about unemployment, even Statistics Canada, unemployment. But I don't think there is any agency anywhere that is actually documenting underemployment statistics. That is the truth.
Yeah.
And most immigrants, when you look at the kind of education that immigrants have acquired before coming into countries like Canada and US, for instance, most of the immigrants have got masters.
Yeah.
Most of them have worked over 10 years of professional experience. Then you have someone with over 10 years of experience, master's degree, then come into a new country, and the person is working a minimum wage job of $15 per hour, $20 per hour. That is underemployment. And we are not doing like, if you're talking about, when I say we, I'm talking about the economy, the country, because you are not utilizing the talent that these individuals have gotten. So what we have done as an ecosystem is to bridge this gap. And one of the way we have identified is tech, because tech has no barrier to entry.
Yeah.
It's not like medicine, where you got to write exams. You probably most time it take 3 years to finish the medical licensing and all those stuff before you can practice as a medical doctor. Or if it's law sometimes probably 2 years to finish all the licensing. There are so many professions, engineering as well, licensing. In tech, there's no licensing involved. It's all about you working with the right organization, identifying the area you want to pivot into, and then going for it. That is the beauty of tech. In our programs today, we have medical doctors in BlackTECH programs as we speak.
That's
the
amazing.
current business analysis that is ongoing, we have 2 medical doctors, we have 3 nurses, we have lawyers. And one of the doctors, when I was speaking with him, I was like, you just came into Canada 6 months ago. What is the rationale? What is the driver for you? Why do you want to do business analysis, for instance? And one of them told me, wow, for me, I just realized that I'm going to spend 3 years to get my licensing in Canada. I can't wait for 3 years. So I need something that I can do in order to what? To get a good job, feed my family, pay rent, and so many other stuff. I can't go and be working minimum wage job.
Yeah.
So I want to do business analysis because I can earn 6-figure salaries from there. Then while I'm working as a business analyst, I will also be going through my medical licensing. Smart move. The second medical doctor, when I spoke with him, he is currently doing data analytics with us. Why do you want to do data analytics? Why not pursue medicine? Oh boy, I still want to pursue medicine, but not now. The demand is tough, the exams and everything. I'm not in the right frame of mind for exams at this time. What I want to do is to pivot into health informatics. Smart move.
Smart
A
move.
medical doctor now picking up data analytics with a healthcare background. Do you see the relationship?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is also a hot area within the health profession as we speak. So many professionals are realizing that I don't look at what happened last week. Last week in our ecosystem, one of our alumni got a job offer, $160,000. $160,000. This lady was a dentist back in Africa. Came to Canada, little children, Everything overwhelming for her. She said, let me go for business analysis. A friend introduced her to BlackTech. She enrolled for the program, finished, and got a business analyst role. That was 3 months ago. Why she was on that road? Because what we tell our members is you have to keep going. You cannot just stop. Keep going. She
Mhm.
applied for another opportunity. And guess what? 160K. When she sent the offer to me to review, I was blown away. All this happened within 5-6 months. That is incredible. And these are the kind of results that we get within the ecosystem today that shows that what we are doing is working. We have recorded consistently 20 plus job offers every single month. There's no month we don't surpass 20 jobs. I don't know of any community like that in Canada today.
That's amazing.
Yes. So we are doing a lot. And to do this, it's not just me. We have more than 50 individuals, human beings, dedicated, both the support team, the strategy team, the instructors, the career coaches, more than 50 working behind the scene, supporting these professionals to ensure they get to their desired goals.
Amazing. And for those of you who want to check out the Black Tech Hub website, I put it here on the screen. It's blacktechhub.org. And maybe if Osita, someone on your team can put the website in the comments, that would be fantastic as well. Now, also you have an upcoming event coming on, which thanks again for inviting me as a speaker as well. I'm really looking forward to this. But you have the upcoming launch of Black Tech Academy, and the event is taking place on July 1st. Now, Osita, for this event, who should register, and what can people expect at this launch event?
Yeah, so the Black Tech ecosystem is an ecosystem that is on the move. Our immediate goal is to support 100,000 professionals to successfully pivot into tech by 2025. That is our immediate target. 100,000 humans, get them out of underemployment or unemployment into the tech ecosystem. For us to do that, we need to build infrastructures. We need to build capabilities. We need to ensure we collaborate strategically with governments, corporate organizations, and individuals to make things happen. So what we have done is we looked at our current website and we felt there is need to create a new website, a new platform that is fit for purpose, because the growth has been amazing, remarkable. So that was what we did. So the team went into work and we've been able to develop a new website that contains all the information that you need. You want to become a business analyst, you go into the website, you see all the information, you'll be able to see all the different possibilities or pathways. And from there, you can go ahead and make your payment and secure your spot. So making things easier for professionals, unlike today, because today you have to call and speak with a career advisor who will understand what you want to do, guide you through, and then provide the next steps to you. Our career advisors are going to still be there, but what we are doing right now is, remember how we started. We talk about change. Change is the driver to everything, innovation. So we have to innovate as well by creating a new platform that is going to make it easier for professionals to come in, look at all the programs available, and of course, secure their spot straight away. On July 1st, as we launch the new website, we are also going to be talking about the Black Tech Ecosystem Scholarship, which is a fund dedicated to supporting Black professionals. For all those that have enrolled in our programs in the past, we attest to the fact that our programs prices are far less than what you see out there, and value is far more than what you see out there. So in other words, you are paying a certain amount of money, far less than what you should have paid, and you are acquiring more value to help you get to where you want to go. So July 1st, everyone is welcomed. Okay, let's register. Go to blacktechhub.org, go to upcoming section, upcoming menu, and scroll down and complete the form. Everyone is expected to be at the event. So there is no case of, oh, I'm not a tech professional. Come and listen. From what you're going to listen on that day, your perspective might just change. And we also encourage you, as you register, share with your friends and network as well. Get them to come in on the 1st of July. Dean will be there live as well to speak and give us a lot of insight. Because as you acquire the skills and capabilities, you need to also find a way. How do I build relationships, right, with IT recruiters like Dean that can also make things happen for you? Thank you.
That's right. And Osita, just to confirm, the registration is free for everyone. Is that right?
Absolutely. For the July 1st event, 100% free event. Yes.
Awesome.
July
And
1st.
yeah, and folks, I see that Osita's team has already entered the hyperlinks in the comments. So check out those links. And thanks to everyone who has shared those. Now, there's another event coming up in August. Like, I have to say, I'm very, very excited about this event because it's going to be an in-person event. And as much as convenient, the whole remote thing is, I love in-person events. And this is going to be the big one. Okay, it's going to be Evolve Tech Summit 2023. It's happening August 5th. Osita, can you tell everyone about this event?
Yes. So this is an event that we all are very proud of. My team, everyone has been working behind the scene together with our title sponsor, RBC Bank, to bring this event to the tech ecosystem in North America. This is the 3rd edition of Evolve. We've had the 1st edition, incredible. 2nd edition was fantastic. Many people were talking about it weeks after the program. And this is the 3rd edition. And in this edition, we are taking it to the next level. What we want to do here is to get professionals within the tech space or aspiring professionals that want to get into the tech space to all come together under one roof. Come together as the prestigious Pearson Convention Center. Come and interact, network, learn from one another. We have the likes of Neji Taiwo that recently was selected by Amazon as one of the Black founders to develop AI voice recognition application. He is going to be there to do some demo to show you real life how artificial intelligence can be applied in so many ways. We have Dean himself that have done so many tech recruitments, helped so many of our members. He's going to be there live with his team. We have other recruiters, more than 20 recruiters will be there, including those from RBC. So it's not enough to acquire capabilities. You have acquired capabilities, you are looking for a new job, this is the event for you because you want to come in and meet these human beings face to face, exchange business card, talk about your career, talk about the next steps, and also understand what are the end things today in the tech ecosystem. And not just that, it's not everything about tech. There is also going to be a lot of games, music as well, right? Because all work and no play. You know what they say, right?
Yeah,
it makes us dull, right? So we have to blend everything. As the training is going on, there's going to be a lot of learning, a lot of networking. There's also going to be a lot of music and a lot of food, for sure. So make sure you attend this event. We cannot afford not to see you there.
I'm so excited about this event. Like I said, I love the in-person events because you know what? It's different when you can meet people face to face. You shake their hands, you look them in the eye, and you have conversations. And not just about business and tech. You might make new friends. You can make new connections. Fantastic networking opportunity, everyone out there, right? So don't be shy. I have attended many events by Osita's team and his group, and it's one of the most welcoming communities I've ever been. Like everyone's so friendly and welcoming. So I hope to see all of you there as well. Osita said there's going to be music, so I'm going to bring my dancing shoes as well, just in case.
Yeah.
Right. So it's going to be a fantastic event in August. So hope to see all of you there as well. And other than that, well, Osita, I mean, how can people who want to maybe connect with you or follow you on social media, what is the best way for people to do that with you?
Yeah. So for me, one thing about my last name, Nwajiufor, that is pretty the only. I haven't seen any other person with the same last name as me in the whole of Canada, for instance.
Nice.
So it's unique, right? So go to LinkedIn, type in my name. Once you put out my name, then you'll be able to connect with me. That is the easiest way. LinkedIn, connect with me on LinkedIn, right? Or Instagram. If you go to Instagram, type the Osita Man, you'll be able to connect with me as well on Instagram. But most importantly, go to BlackTECH website, click on the upcoming program, register for program of interest. It could be the free SQL program, it could be the Evolve Summit. Once you register for any of those programs, you will be able to see an opportunity for you to join the community. Once you register, you will get a notification that will give you details on how to join the community. So come into the community and let's build this ecosystem together. Because what we are doing here is not just about training, as I've mentioned before, we are transforming lives. And that is really the vision. Today, we've got over 50 strategic partners and companies, RBC being one of them. Strategic companies and organizations working with us collaboratively to also employ our graduates. So when you have big organizations partnering with you to employ your graduate, it shows you are doing the right thing. So we are just getting started, and we really need everyone to come on board. Let's make magic. Let's do things together. Let's support immigrants, okay, to quit survival jobs and move to in-demand six-figure jobs. Some of my members will say it's no longer six-figure. What we are looking for is seven-figure. That's
Nice.
what they are looking at right now. Seven-figure jobs. These are all possibilities. They are all possibilities with the tech ecosystem because tech is the future. Anything you are doing right now have got element of tech embedded in it. In healthcare, there is tech, right? Manufacturing, there is tech, right? You talk about legal tech, property tech, you talk about fintech, biotech, green tech. Tech is the future. So whatever you are doing right now, you need to find a way to, hey, what can I do? What tech area can I embrace in order to acquire additional capabilities? As one of our instructors will always say, the more you learn, the more you earn. The more you learn, the more you earn. So when you acquire more capabilities, that obviously will help to ensure that you're able to earn more and do more and be more. Okay?
Fantastic, I love that. And Osita, as I always say, it's just amazing what how much you've done to give back, and of course your amazing team who helps support you as well. So all the best to you going forward. I'm definitely looking forward to further collaborations and being involved with the Black Tech Hub as well. So I'm gonna now go to some questions, if you don't mind, Osita, from the viewers.
Yes.
So let's see here. I'm just looking for some questions. So any of you who have questions that have not been answered yet, feel free to put in the comments. But I'm gonna go through the comments right now. So we have Yemi. Yemi says, please highlight the ones that enables remote roles. So I think what Yemi is saying is, what are some tech jobs where it's common for it to be like completely remote? Uh,
Yes.
yeah.
So I mean, when I talk about tech being the future, one of the reasons why tech is the future, outside the capabilities that tech have got, is the flexibility that it gives professionals.
Mhm.
So many professionals today, especially the women with little kids, can't afford to be commuting 1 hour, 2 hours every day, struggling. If you're able to work from home, fantastic. You're able to, develop that work-life balance. And that's what many are looking for. So when you talk about remote jobs, those are possibilities. What matters is not about which of the area. What matters is the capability that you have acquired. When you are good, trust me, remote jobs will be easy. I have members today that tells me I have to hibernate my LinkedIn at some point. Why? The amount of recruiters reaching out to me for roles were becoming too much. They had to hibernate. Why? They have acquired in-demand capabilities that companies are looking for. So for you, what matters is not about which one. It's about me as a person. What is my background? What interests me? Where do I have competitive advantage? Which of the areas in tech can I pivot into based on my transferable skills? Those are key questions you need to ask first. And if you speak with any of our career advisors, that is how they start. And that is why our students have been highly successful, because we guide you to choose right. When you get into a space where you have the competitive advantage, you will shine. And when you shine, that capability will help you to get jobs to the extent that you can negotiate terms with hiring managers. There are organizations that says, oh, you have to work from home. But because of the skills that you've got, you can negotiate and tell them, I would like to come into the office once a week. And they will oblige you. So what matters is skill first, okay? Any tech role, you can work from home. That's the truth. As long as there's internet and computer, you can stay anywhere and work from home. But the first thing you need to focus on, skills and capabilities.
Great response there. So Yemi, hope that helps. Let us know in the comments. We got a question here from, forgive me if I get the name wrong, Gamaliel, who says, hey, Osita, please, does BlackTECH help international students that has just graduated?
Yes, we do. Just like I mentioned, today we have students in our ecosystem as I speak, because our programs are quarterly, every quarter. The last cohorts, talking about cohorts, April, May, June, the cohort that is ongoing right now, we have over 600 students. Out of these 600 students across different programs, we are talking about students from 23 countries of the world. So irrespective of your location, that is not a problem, right? You can enroll for any of the programs as long as that program is in line with your career goal. Go ahead. So that's what we do. We're going to help you. We support everything that we're going to deliver to those that are physically present in Canada. The same thing we apply to you that you are actually joining internationally. Okay? So, but if it's in terms of maybe immigration or something coming over here, no, BlackTECH doesn't do that because we are not an immigration organization. Yeah. But in terms of training, tech is tech anywhere. Whether you are in Zimbabwe or you are in Kenya or you are in Malaysia or Canada, tech is tech. The tech skills you've got through the training, you can utilize it anywhere you are. Okay?
All right, sounds good. We got here, I think this is my friend Imal. Imal says, we can always rely on Dean and his guests to bring practical advice to professionals like this. This is some very good advice. Awesome. Thanks for the feedback, Imal. Let's see, what other questions we have here? I think that might be all the questions here. Okay, so we have Chinwe who says, I'm a mother of 5. Which part of tech do you think I can cope with? Because I really want to transition into tech. I know you've kind of already answered this, Osita, but any additional insights for Chinwe?
Yeah, so Chinwe, what will be the best is to connect with our career advisor. Okay? Because typically the way we start is by understanding your background. Right? What did you study in the university, for instance? What has been your work experience? Because sometimes people study what people study is completely different from what they have done after graduation. So we need to understand all those. Then what really are your interests, passion, right? There's need to understand all this. Then the career advisor will now be able to provide options to you in terms of the area. It could be business analysis, it could be data analysis, it could be cybersecurity, depending on all the feedback you've provided. So once you're able to chat with a career advisor, they will be able to point you in the right direction. Okay? So our phone number is there. I think one of our team members have posted it on the chat. Feel free to grab the phone number. You can send a WhatsApp message, right? Send a WhatsApp message, and the team will be able to respond. And if you need to schedule one-on-one through the WhatsApp message, just communicate. Please, I would like to have one-on-one discussion with a career advisor, or you want to speak with me. I'm also very much available to the community. Oh, I want to have a chat with Osita. Send it via WhatsApp to this number you are seeing right now, and my team will be able to create some time for me to connect with you. Okay, so that we can uncover so many things that will help in defining, the next steps for you.
Awesome. Thanks so much, and hope that helps. And we have Kenneth here who says, "Inspiring experiences, awesome opportunities. Keep going, don't stop." I think that's a fantastic kind of sentiment there. So as we wrap up, Osita, thank you so much for the time you spent with us and sharing so much information with everyone. And thanks everyone who tuned in. Make sure you like and reshare this with your network so more people can benefit from today's segment. And don't forget about those events that Osita shared, which are coming up with Black Tech. And again, I know Osita's team put the websites in the comments, so go through the comments for the websites. But again, the main website is blacktechhub.org. Osita, thank you so much for your time. Looking forward to the events and seeing you soon again.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you. I really appreciate you as well. You've been doing an incredible job, I must tell you. I know we've met over the years, and since then, you've been consistent at what you do. Supporting and helping professionals. There's nothing like, someone that have acquired so much of experience, but lack the opportunities, connecting with recruiters and getting the jobs. So you have really been able to do great work by bridging those gaps. Incredible job you are doing, and really want to appreciate you as well. And of course, thank you as well for honoring our invitation to come into the Black ecosystem as a recruitment advisor. So we are going to be leveraging your tons of experiences as we make progress as a community. Thank you, Dean. Really appreciate you. And to the audience, thank you everyone for listening. Thanks for coming out of your busy schedule. You guys have created time to come in and connect with us and share, co-share and co-learn with us. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's keep this conversation. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Connect with Dean as well, and make sure that you also attend all the subsequent episodes of the 360 podcast. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Osita. And thank you, everyone. And we'll see everyone on July 1st at the launch event. So look forward to seeing everyone there. Thanks, everyone. Everyone have a fantastic remainder of the day and take care.
Bye.